Alabama football, when they hired Kalen DeBoer, I thought it was a good hire. I didn't think it was a great hire. I thought the hire was also well managed in that they targeted the guy they wanted. They didn't get told no by a bunch of people, and then bingo, bango. Let me ask you,
Coop here, first down.
Caleb, what did you think of the hire then? Just then, and then we're going to get to now.
I thought that was given their options, a great decision because they didn't try to hire the next Nick Saban. They hired who they thought had a solid cutting edge offense that they thought could keep them ahead of they were trying to stay ahead of the curve with the hire. Now, I was critical of Kalen DeBoer himself. I think he's got some Butch Jones traits to him, and I've said that. However, I gave Alabama a lot of credit because based on their options available and the information in front of them, they made the best possible hire they could make. Unfortunately for them, I just don't think there were a lot of good hires they can make at the time.
True, but this guy was playing. He was in a college football playoff. He was playing for national championships at a place like Washington. So you would think that would translate. The offensive coach thing, I don't know. I think that they could have gone with a defensive coach, but now I'm sort of nitpicking. Now,
Cooper Mays here, second down.
What do you think of the hire? Because we have seen things out of Alabama that I don't believe we thought we would see. That includes some pretty strong recruiting over the past couple of weeks and the number 2 ranked class. So what do you think of Kalen DeBoer now?
Since tomorrow is July 4th, over the past month, they have landed.
I would give a pinky toe for it to be June 4th. But anyway.
Over the past month, they have picked up 11 recruits. 9 of them are blue chips. In just the past 2 weeks, they have.
What are you defining as blue chip, to be clear?
4-star or 5-star. 4 stars your base level. 9 blue chips in the last month. 5 in just the last week. Here's the crazier part, Dave. So on Tuesday, July the 2nd, they picked up 4-star tight end Caleb Edwards out of El Dorado Hills, California. That follows them picking up 4-star defensive back Dijon Lee Jr. out of Mission Viejo, California. They have added players. These blue chip recruits come from California, Kansas, Alabama, Mississippi, and Pennsylvania. Texas. We were laughing at them because they hadn't had a pickup since April 14th, before June 4th. They now have the number 2 ranked recruiting class in the nation across all spectrums, and they're going national in a way that you didn't think was possible after Nick Saban.
Okay. What down are we on, Coop? I think we're on 3rd down, but what should people do first?
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
Please go ahead and take the time to hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. So 3rd down is
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. 3rd down.
I'm going to make this a statement instead of asking you a question. I believe this is short term because the NIL boosters realized they didn't have Saban anymore. And I apologize that I'm coughing so much, but they realized they didn't have Saban anymore, so they kicked in some NIL cash, and I think the relationships were already there, Caleb. So I'm going to tell you, and you answer this statement. This is short-term success. This does not in any shape, form, or fashion mean that Kalen DeBoer will have long-term success. That's Dave's statement. Caleb?
I could agree with you on that. I actually think I might agree with you on that because I think you're right. I think Alabama's boosters they want to continue the Saban discount, and they're willing to cobble up money this year to help DeBoer recruit. Here's the way they're thinking. Here's the way the Alabama boosters are thinking. You ready? Their thought is this, and it's a dumb thought, but this is what they're thinking. We don't want to have to cobble up this money every year. We need players to take the Saban discount for other coaches. But if we cobble up the money this year, Just give DeBoer enough to win to win one national title. Then the DeBoer discount will come.
It's the same reason you had to pay Nico. Because Nico's
Yes.
not just going to trust you. Oh, your name's Josh. You seem like a great guy. You seem very approachable. Okay, I think I'll play for you. No, you got to have that one splash NIL guy and maybe 2 or 3 of them. But they're not going to have to continue to give out that type of money, I don't think, moving forward.
But the problem is with Heupel, there's credibility there in the sense of if Heupel goes and wins a national title with Nico, the Heupel discount is already in place for quarterbacks, by the way. It's in place because of Hendon Hooker in 2022. The Heupel discount is there for quarterbacks and receivers.
And I want to say with Smoky Mountain Red, without NIL, Kalen would have struggled. I completely agree. I think the Alabama people got together and say, if we're going to save this program, we better spend some cash.
But here's the thing they don't understand. The DeBoer discount's not going to come with just one national title. Okay, Dabo Swinney's got 2 national titles. There's no Dabo discount right now to go to Clemson. Nick Saban was the only one who had that type of discount, and now Kirby Smart has that discount. Nobody else in college football, as a head coach, can secure a top 3 recruiting class just because every recruit will take discounts to play for them. There will be coaches who get discounts at certain positions. Heupel gets discounts at receiver and quarterback. Lincoln Riley gets discounts at quarterback. But Heupel's not going to be able to build a top 5 recruiting class with the Heupel discount everywhere. Kirby Smart's the only coach in football that can do that. Is that fair to say?
Yes, and Smoky Mountain Red said something that I would have given you the address I'm at. I would have fought you over this. But you're right. There is so much talent now, and that's why you've seen TCU. That's why you've seen Cincinnati make neat runs. Now, I'm not saying they're Alabama or Georgia level talent in those times, but talent is a little bit more spread out now, which I think is good because you have more people that want to play college football. And I think you're going to see more teams make runs. Now, I don't know that they'll beat Georgia in a one-on-one matchup, but you're going to see neat teams make runs into the college playoffs. So I'll ask you this based off that.
All SEC center Cooper Mays here. 4th down.
Rank the following. Kalen DeBoer wins a national title. Josh Heupel wins a national title. Kirby Smart wins 2 national titles.
2 more?
2 more. So rank it 3, 1, 2, 3 off most likely to have. And I want to see you in the message board share that with me again, because I don't know how in the hell I would make that a poll question.
So, look, this is hard for me because y'all know what I'm picking with Tennessee and Josh Heupel this year. However, I'm still going the Kirby Smart wins 2 more titles. Kirby Smart has a factory at Georgia right now that is almost, I mean, it's insane what he's got going on at Georgia right now.
Yeah, I'm Kirby, Josh, Kalen.
I am.
I'm actually,
that's fine.
And I would actually go Kirby, Josh, Sarkisian, Kalen.
No, I'm not going Sarkisian.
Is that where I lost you?
But here's the one thing I will say. I would be higher on Kalen DeBoer on having early success and maybe getting a title if Jalen Milroe wasn't his quarterback this year. And look, I'm sorry. I think Kalen DeBoer is going to stay loyal. Jalen Milroe was the starter last year on Nick Saban. He got Jalen Milroe to stay at Alabama.
Why do you think he'll stay loyal?
Because I think the hire of Kalen DeBoer convinced Milroe to stay at Alabama, and I think DeBoer thinks he can work with Jalen Milroe. I don't think Jalen Milroe fits what DeBoer's trying to do.
I think that dude gets benched by game 6.
Wow, now that's a bold prediction of the season. We got to do some bold predictions at some point in August.
Sometimes I don't even think it's bold. I just watch
football. People are considering him a Heisman candidate.
No, I mean, let's look at what okay. Who did Kalen DeBoer work with at Washington?
Not sure. You talking about the quarterback? Michael Penix.
Michael Penix. Michael Penix is an incredibly accurate passer who is incredibly good. He reminds me of a young Warren Moon who's incredibly good from the neck up. Yeah, everybody's a runner, but just because he's African-American doesn't mean he's running all over the place.
No, and he's a pocket passer.
Yes. Jalen Milroe is the opposite. He doesn't process well. He wants to run around too quickly. This is a marriage made in HE double hockey sticks. It's not going to work out through the season, but I know why Kalen is saying, Jalen, we got you, buddy, because you got to say that heading into the season. I guarantee you that Josh Heupel said the same thing to Hendon Hooker when he knew he was going to play Joe Milton in 2021.
You can win me over on that because I agree with you overall. I think funny enough, and he retires underrated on this front. Nick Saban retires as the most underrated offensive coach of all time because Nick Saban, for those who don't know it, I know a couple people tied to Alabama. He took over the offense last year, 4 weeks in. Took over and he said, I'm running this and I'm going to simplify for Jalen Milroe because the offense coordinator at the time, the guy who came from Notre Dame, I'm already forgetting his name. You know who I'm talking. You guys know who I'm talking about. The offensive coordinator came from Notre Dame.
Charlie Weiss?
No. Alabama's offensive coordinator last year under Nick Saban.
Oh, I thought you said Notre Dame.
He had come from Notre Dame the year before. Tommy Rees,
yes.
He wanted to start Ty Simpson or Tyler Buckner, the other two quarterbacks. They were horrible. Jalen Milroe was also horrible. After it all failed, and Tommy Rees was trying to run the pro style, week 4, Nick Saban says, I'm taking over this offense. I'm simplifying it for Jalen Milroe. I'm going to make him a first read and run quarterback. And he became a first read and run quarterback, and Alabama got to the college football playoff. And what, Dave, I think, this is crazy. Last year was the best coaching job Nick Saban ever did in his entire career in college football. Last year was his most impressive coaching job, and he probably burned himself out doing it, and that's why he retired, honestly.
I don't think that was crazy. I thought he did a really, really good job, especially when you suddenly don't have Bryce Young, because I think he is a transcendentally really good player, and I think it's an incredible adjustment to go from that type of player. That's why Tennessee's 1998 national championship is so still amazing to me.